Today is about discovering your strengths and three powerful questions that can help you explore around your strengths. This is something that you asked for. You asked for more guidance on how do I know what I'm good at? What could I even turn into something even better? And, the old school of management was what are you not good at and how could we improve it? Whereas really energy goes where that intention flows. So whatever you're good at, we're wanting to for you to explore that and really even double down on that. And I know that is such an American expression, but it really is important here because if you can really find out in 2025 what are the things that you really love and you're also really good at. What are those things that you find where time just passes you by? I love when I meet clients that love organizing, that they just get that kind of thrill of getting everything in order and find themselves in that kind of state of flow. That's something that doesn't come naturally to me. So when you find some of those things, and I worked with a woman in the past as a past client, and now she has her own organization business, and that's certainly something that you mightn't have thought of. So finding out kind of from, I suppose, that idea of you know yourself, where are there times, and it can be in work or life, like those tasks that you really enjoy where the time just absolutely flies and you actually love it. Like you have, let's say, something to do this weekend, you're like, oh, I'm going to enjoy doing that. Like I know I have to do my health expenses returns. I don't enjoy that, even if there's money coming out the other end of that. So for me, talking on camera is not so much of a chore because I really enjoy it. Whether I'm good at it or not, that's subject to your opinion. But it's something that I enjoy and it's something that comes quite naturally to me. So marketing myself, my personal branding, all those things that people go, oh God, I couldn't do that because they find that a chore. That's something that I enjoy. And the time always passes really fast and I'm in flow with this. And so knowing what for you is that thing that you really, really enjoy and you're also good at. So reflect on that. One of the great ways to help that along, if you're like, still, I don't know what that is, you're going to seek external insight. And by that, I mean asking three people. Ideally, somebody that you work with, that you value, could be a work wife or work husband, that you really, really, get, and they get you, ask their opinion. Somebody, maybe a partner, somebody that you love and trust and feel safe with, and maybe somebody from your family you trust. But if the family doesn't be, I know I personally wouldn't be asking my family, not my direct family anyway. I might have asked my mum if she was still alive, but certainly some three people that you trust. But it would be great to bring in a work context. And if you still have a good relationship with a previous manager, that would be also somebody really good to ask. So ask them, what am I good at? What do you see me excel in? What do you see me really thrive in? And you might be really surprised at the answers they give you, right? So that is another task to really, really seek. And a great way to do that is via WhatsApp because they have time to think about it. If you ask them face to face, sometimes they might say something just in the heel of the hunt because they feel they need to give you an answer. And it really is knowing you want to give them time to reflect on it. So tell them, take some time to think about it and don't take, it doesn't need to take a lot of your time. Even they can voice memo you back or whatever that is. But finding out what is that thing that they think you're really good at. And most of the time, people want to tell you that. And this is giving you that confidence boost. And maybe it's that thing that you already know you're good at, that you've already thought about in the first question, or maybe it's something that you haven't thought about at all. And knowing what that is such a game changer. Often in my early years of being a coach, that this was something that I would have done a lot of people, and it's something I want to bring back. Ask your closest people that you feel safe, that are those non-judgmental friends, what am I good at? And finally, the last one, and it's something I've kind of asked you to do in the earlier days before. It's like reflect on a time of struggle. So a time that really, really tested you in your life. Could be in your life or could be in your work. We've all had them. It's a very human experience. And recall what you did that you were really proud of to overcome or, work and walk with those things that happened to you. Reflecting on your resilience, your leadership, what were the things that, again, that you stepped into around that time? And I think for people who maybe outside of the work realm and they're reflecting on going back to work, they're really practical kind of IQ things and EQ things that you need to really apply in this age of AI and robotics. These are the skills that are really needed. When we think about common sense, we say, it's not very common. So, how do you talk about, being practical, being operationally strong, and using the language? Let's say if you were applying for a role that that's something, again, talking about that person who's really good at organization, they would be brilliant in an operational role or in a tactical role, that starter finisher roles I talk about. So knowing, again, if you were in business, how that is such a brilliant skill to have. It's why I have to outsource some of my support when it comes to admin and things I don't enjoy, or like, where I don't have time to do email, or I get support for some of those things. As a small business owner, you can't be good at everything. So I know what I'm good at, and I know where I need help and support as well if I'm appealing to people that are self-employed as well. This is not just for those that might be looking for a job in the corporate world or in any context, public sector as well. So they're the three things, just to recap. So finding out and reminding yourself, what are you really good at and what do you enjoy? So putting those two things together, something that you really, really enjoy. And then asking three people that you really, really respect and who are non-judgmental. Ideally somebody that you have worked with in the past, because they see us a little bit different. And if it's a manager, better again, that you have a good relationship with or have an existing relationship with. It might be a good old excuse to drop them a note on LinkedIn. And also that final one, think of that time where you have overcome something really, really challenging. And if you were to write it out, and again, if you have more than one, writing out and kind of underlining the themes, maybe it's strength, resilience, management, leadership, owning, taking responsibility for something. Some of those themes, see what comes up, if there's any current or something that you can kind of join the dots together. And that's three great ways today to discover your strengths and to give you that confidence boost that you might need in this dark month of January. It is a Friday, so I take a pause now for 2 days, something I'm so really happy about actually. Last year I used to do these videos right through 7 days a week, and I also created some really bad habits around working at weekends in 2024, that this year my word is all around ease and, really enjoying this choice of lifestyle that I have now that business has picked up a little, having that flexibility to really, really nourish my body. I have a little bit of a head cold, so just minding myself and having a downtime this weekend. So I wish you a lovely weekend. If you're listening back to these videos after a weekend and it's a different day of the week, you can ignore all of that. But I'm wishing you ease and confidence and finding those strengths of yours that you can really, really start getting comfortable to being able to articulate things that you love and things that you thrive and enjoy doing, and that come really naturally to you, that you don't even realize are such a strength that other people don't have. All right, have a great weekend, and I'll see you on Monday.